pattern and cycles in the universe. If we are observing nature, deeply and connectively, like we are seeing the things, like if we are seeing one thing with relation with another thing, then we are start thinking like in the way, then we are starting thinking like the way I'm talking about, that pattern and cycles in the universe, pattern and cycle in the nature, and it are everywhere, it is everywhere. But we start seeing these things when we are starting, and we are when starting and connecting the things one from another, then we find a connection between them, then we find a string between them, then we find that there are everywhere in the nature, there are everywhere in the universe is pattern and cycles. See how many examples we can say that. And these are the two simple questions, these are the two simple things happening around us, so we never question them, but because we think what the stupid question is that to ask that question, because sometimes we don't ask the question because we think it is too normal and it is our default mode, and we know that, because we in life sometimes don't question the thing. See, if we before asking a question and we know, if we believe that we know the answer, and we say to ourselves that this question is silly question, so I think the person who was saying the question is silly is itself a silly, because there is no question as silly. So like, because in these, that in the believing that we are genius, we countless question. So like that, if we when we are talking, when I'm talking about the thing about pattern and cycle in the nature, and the question we neglect, and by assuming and by believing that we already know the answer. So that thing I express with the example, like because by going in this way that we know everything, we ignore countless things, and we ignore all the magic happen in the nature, all the magic happen in the universe, all the pattern in the universe, all the cycles in the universe, all cycle in the nature. We ignore everything by intentionally or unintentionally, by living in the zone that we know everything. And I'm telling you how, and how are the pattern and the nature. Like, if we plant a tree of mango, like how with the seed of mango, whatever the seed it is, and you are seeing that after some time, you know tree start having mangoes, and it takes several years to that, but after that, in summer mango comes and in winter don't, and this pattern is continuously, and this cycle is continuously going on for a certain period of time. You are seeing that, and we never ask that question because we think that the question is stupid question. But why we can't ask the question? If we are living, we can ask a stupid question. No question is stupid question, but if you think you are stupid question, so we want to be killed if we are asking stupid question. So why we can't ask question that kind of that this mango tree is always in the pattern, in the summer always produce mango. Why this mango tree is don't produce apple? I know more than 99% people are thinking of that, what kind of a stupid question is that, because the tree is mango so it will always give mango. That's not a point, man. That's not a point. Point is here that by going this way, by assuming and thinking that we know already everything, so we start becoming that kind of person who neglect several question intentionally or unintentionally. Suppose, like in mathematics, if we are want to prove something theorem, and we assume and we take an assumption which is not correct. So when we go further, and after the result contradict itself, then we say, because it contradict itself what we imagine and what we assume, that this proof that the theorem is true. So by believing what we believing, and by taking the path we take, even when they contradict itself, then we can prove the theorem. So why we can't question, like here in the nature, when we can prove theorem in mathematics by that way, that we assume something wrong and we went to a result, and when then result itself went wrong, then we say that what we assumed that was wrong. So why we can't question in the nature like this, man? Why can't we question in the universe like this when we are doing mathematically proof? So why we should go always like this? So we should ask the question why. mango tree can't produce apple, what will be happen? What will be happen if we question that? We won't be short, man. I'm I'm telling you. I don't know what you are, but I know that I won't be short. If I am asking that question, why mango tree is not producing apple, so what is the problem in that? I will search that and I will get the answer. This tree can't produce apple because of that reason, because of that reason, because of that reason, because of that reason. So we will find answer, and then we will find answer. If I am satisfied, then I will settle down with this thing, and if I not settle down, then I will again ask question. So by going in this way and this way and this way, I will know the way and the working of the mango tree. And by here I can understand the concept of pattern. Like in every summer mango tree produce mango, and in winter it don't, so there are pattern in the mango. Similarly go with all the fruits, all the vegetables in this nature happening, that all the fruits which are coming on tree after certain period of time, all the flowers on the plants are coming after a certain period of time. So why we can't ask that question, why this rose flower is not producing sunflower? It is not a stupid question to ask, man. The people who believe that they are genius, they are fool. Wow, what a wonderful thing I say in the because I'm in the zone of art, so art is the most beautiful zone, because I don't make anything with craft. But what if the people who believe that they are genius, they are fools? So by neglecting the question that why a rose flower can't produce a sunflower, when we ask the question, then we get the answer. It can't produce, so it is clear now. Our doubt is clear. So by these, when we are going like this, then we start founding. When we are going like this, then we start founding that pattern and cycle in the flowers, pattern and cycle in the fruits, pattern and cycle in the vegetables. Pattern and cycle is going in everywhere in universe, everywhere in the universe and everywhere in nature. This pattern is cycling is going on. Even in the stars, Halley star after come of 67 years, there are many type of eclipse. Like a normal eclipse after have a 2-3 months, but a total eclipse after happen 18 months. So you are seeing the pattern in also total eclipse, that it is also happening in cycle. It is also happening in cycle. So cycle is following from the nature, from the ground, from the sky. You are seeing the pattern and cycle, how much it is also happening on the surface of earth, and it is happening on the sky. It is happening on the stars, and it is happening on the floor. Flowers, it is happening in fruits, is happening, and it is happening in the sky. There are several total solar eclipse after happen a particular period of time. So lunar eclipse after a particular period of time. Okay. Oh, and Halley star after coming time, there are many stars which come after in an alignment with a specific period of time, and it is rainy season after come in cycle after come a particular period of time in every year. Same goes with winter season, same goes with summer, same goes with spring. So by going this way, when we start founding and we start going there, and we are starting connecting one thing with another, we found there are countless pattern and cycle in the universe. So the mostly people on the earth who are just believe that they have limited time and limited whole life, so they can only understand the limited amount of universe. That is the most stupid thing to believe. It is not thinking. It is the most stupid thing to believe that we have limited time, so we can only observe the limited part of the universe. No, man. If we are finding the relation, if we are finding the correlation, if we are finding the connection, if we are finding the link, cosmic link of cosmos with us, the more we start finding the relation of cosmos with us, the more we are starting that is not even the way of talking. It is a loose way of talking, that we say that if we have limited time, we can only understand the limited part of the universe. It is the most stupid thing. Now by going this way, because I show the direction and I know the direction, and so I discover direction the way I say, because that we are studying in pattern. Now come to that point, that what is the benefit of seeing pattern cycles in the nature and in the universe? Because an artist create a art only for creating art, but a scientist have the mind. I'm saying artist, I give the most honor to artists. I believe the artists are the greatest of all. I personally believe that. Then I came to scientists. Scientists are those kinds of people who do everything for profit, who do everything for what I can use. So because I'm artist, I am scientist, and I am teacher. So come to that scientific part, because artist part I just expressed, because an artist part is going simultaneously. But now even in the zone of scientist I'm saying something, okay, that what is the benefit of seeing pattern in the nature, what is the benefit of seeing cycle in the nature, what is the benefit in the universe, what is the benefit for us to why we are observing pattern and cycle in the universe. So here comes a point. So why we are seeing pattern and cycle in the universe? Like we all study arithmetical, geometrical progression, harmonic progression, the series. So when we have one term, let's talk about first AP, यानी कि arithmetic progression. So we know the first term is A, second term A plus D, then A plus 2D, then A plus 3D, and continuously go on A plus ND. Okay, yeah, A plus n minus 1 2D, whatever term you will do. So by knowing when we study first term of, if we have a series and we compare with one thing, that A is that, first term is that, the difference between them is that. So when we know that this pattern, this cycle is going in this series, by studying 1, 2, 3 or 4 term, we only study the initial part of the series, we can now go further on the direct nth term. We can directly find that what is the 100th term of it will be. By studying only 4 term initially, we can found that instantly that what will be the 100th term of it. That is the benefit of studying pattern and cycle in the universe. If it is not AP, we can find the GP, geometrical progression. By studying similarly here, by studying 4 and 5 only term on the series, we can find the 1000th term of this series. So what I am indicating that? I am indicating that that is the best benefit of seeing pattern and cycle in the nature. That is the best thing of seeing pattern and cycle in the universe. That by studying some initial cycles, by studying some initial progression, by studying some initial pattern, by understanding the series like we do in AP and GP, we can go and we can see too much more further than we ever thought. We can see infinity. We can see infinity by observing the pattern and sky and cycle in the nature. Because infinity, the way of reaching infinity is going to cycle. It is like a photon. We have to go step by step. So that is the use. That is the benefit of understanding pattern in the sky, in the nature, and pattern and cycle in the universe. By we can reach infinity, by we can reach the infinite cosmos, by we can reach infinite cosmos by going with pattern and cycles. So that is the use of going and understanding and seeing and observing pattern and sky in the universe, man. Lovely universe. I love universe. Thank you.